Getting paid to play video games sounds like a dream, right? Well, it can actually be a real job. And I'm not talking about apps or websites where you can earn a few dollars here and there by playing different mobile games or watch a ton of ads. I am here talking about actually game tester positions where companies pay you, for example, anywhere from $15 to $30 an hour, sometimes even more. And you get paid to, for example, find bugs, test gameplay, and help shape games before they launch. And in this video here, I will show you 9 places to find these game tester jobs. In case you don't know, my name is Mikael and I have tested hundreds of different ways to make money online. And a lot of you have asked me for more job-like game testing opportunities. So in this video, I will show you 9 real places where you can find legitimate game tester jobs. I'll break down what they actually pay, what the work involves, and how to apply so you can easily get started if you decide this is for you. So before going over the options I want to show you, let's first talk about what game tester jobs are so you do it with the right expectations. Because there are a lot of misconceptions out there. So when you see game tester jobs, most people they picture just sitting on a couch playing the latest release, having a great time. And yes, you do play games, but that's not only what this job is about. Game testing is about finding problems, so you are looking for bugs, glitches, things that break and features that don't work. And sometimes you might spend hours doing the same action over and over just to see if something crashes. So it actually can be repetitive, it requires attention to detail, and in many cases you also need to document everything you find clearly. So is it fun? It definitely can be, but it requires effort and you need to do it with the right expectations. So just to make it clear, this video is not about small games you can test on Get Paid To sites and apps and get started with right away. I do have a video about the best Get Paid To play platforms like that. I'll leave a link in the top corner if that's what you're interested in. This video here is for people who are looking for more job-like opportunities when it comes to game testing. So that means more effort, but also higher earning potential. So then you know exactly what to expect. So where do you then find these jobs? Well, one good place to start is to go to studios and publishers, and then you just go to the career section and search for example, a tester or a QA, that is short for quality assurance. So I'll show you a few examples, but you can basically go to any studio or publisher's website and go to the career sections. But there will not always be options. Just keep that in mind because they do not always look for a game testers, but it is where you can definitely find these jobs often and go directly to these studios here. One example, for example, is Electronic Arts. You can see if you go here to the career section, you can test here. You can see if you write tester, the options that they currently have comes up. You can see this is where it's located, and this is in Polish, simplified Chinese, French, German, and then game designer. Then it comes other types of jobs, but these are the ones they currently have. So as mentioned, they won't always have something relevant for you. It's like any kind of job. This is an actually job where you can earn a full-time salary with benefits and all these things depending on the exact role you will find. And that also means you will need to negotiate the salary, but we'll talk a little bit more about the overall earning potential a little bit later. This is just one example. We can also, for example, look at Ubisoft, which is another popular game company, and you can see here, you can go and see for the latest jobs. You can also search for it here and see if they have anything. You see here they have a QA development tester, so that could be something for you. But again, it can take some patience and it won't always be in a location that's relevant for you. Sometimes you can do it from home. Again, that depends on the job. You just need to go through it all and then find the right ones for you. If you don't want to find these type of jobs, I will also show you some that are a little bit more flexible later in this video here, where you definitely can do it from home. But let's jump to the next one here, Rockstar Games. You can go to the career section. You can sort by location or department. You can also search here and see if they have anything. Currently, as of recording this video here, nothing shows up right here. There is one here, actually quality assurance and release management. So then here they have actually quite a few here. Also some of them in different languages, night shifts also here. So this is how you can go here, and then of course you need to go through the whole application process and that. So that's one method to go to these studios and publishers. But there are also other methods, and some are more flexible and where, as mentioned, you can do it from home. So let's go over some more options now. We've gone over these three here, but before doing that, I just want to make you aware that the majority of you watching have actually not subscribed to my channel, and it's an easy and free way to support me and my work so I can continue focusing on creating quality based content like this here. You can always change your mind later, but I would really appreciate if you could just take 1 second to subscribe to my channel and also hit the like button. So thank you very much, and let's now move on to the next option. So you can also find game testing jobs on some freelance platforms. This is just, again, an example. You can go to basically all freelance platforms. I do also have a list on my website of the best freelance platforms, so I'll leave a link to that below. You can go and check that out. But one example is Upwork. You can see, if you search for game tester, you can see some people here. This person is charging $12 per hour, this one $16, this one $20, $25, and you can see he has completed 2 jobs related to this here, 2 jobs, 1 job. This person has completed 9 jobs related to your search. So this is meaning that some people on these platforms here are actually getting hired to this type of work, and you can see there are quite a few people like that here. Again, on a freelance platform, it doesn't mean that you will get hired just because you create a profile. You need to fill it out correctly and all these things. I have a video about how to get started as a freelancer also, and that doesn't matter what type of freelance job you're looking for. So I'll leave a link in the top corner so you can check that out if you want to know more about that. But this is just one example. If you're interested in something like this, because this you can usually do from anywhere, then definitely check out freelance platforms, create a proper profile and all this. You can also join something like Global Beta Test Network. This doesn't give as many opportunities. This is just a test once in a while. Sometimes it might be months in between, but personally here in my location, and how much you can earn depends on your location, but I would get paid $13 per hour. Again, it takes a lot of patience on something like this compared to where you actually get hired, but it's again to show different opportunities. But then you can get paid to play unreleased games and give feedback about it. And it's easy, free to sign up. It takes a few minutes to sign up, and then you have to wait and see if you get accepted, and then you just have to be patient. So as an extra little thing, have it in the background. It can be worth considering. I also have a full video where I show more about this and talk more about it. I'll leave a link in the top corner so you can check that out. The same type of option is Playtest Cloud. This is one where you can also get paid to test small new games like this. Again, it can take patience, but if you qualify, then usually you will get paid around $9 per 15 minutes test. So it can be a fun way to earn a bit extra once in a while. Again, this is of course not something you can do consistently or full-time or anything like that, but as a little bit extra by testing games once in a while, or to build up your portfolio and to get some experience, it can be quite nice and interesting in my opinion. There is also something like, for example, the Xbox or Microsoft research community, and you can go here and you can sign up. That's of course also free, and then you can get chosen to play some of these games and give feedback about it to make the gaming experience better. And you can see here you get the chance to play upcoming Xbox game studio games before they are released. Just be aware that what you will earn by participating, that will entirely depend on the exact study. You can see they say that very clearly in the FAQ section. You will be told before you say yes or no what you will get paid. Sometimes there might not be a reward, other times there will be a reward, or there will be sweepstake offers or something like that, but you will always be able to see it before deciding whether you want to participate in a specific test. But if you like Xbox, then this can also be something worth considering. EA also has a testing platform. You can see they call it Electronic Arts Playtesting, and you can go to the website and sign up, and they have opportunities both in physical locations and from home. You would just need to sign up, update your profile, and then you can choose to sign up for specific tests, and then you need to wait and see if you can get approved. just keep in mind that in most cases you will not get paid in cash, but you will get rewards, like for example their games, free products, things like this. So just keep that in mind, but again, you can always see before you say yes to a specific test what you will get, if you will get a reward, and then you can decide based on that. The last option I want to show you is called Game Tester, and this is by Lionbridge Game Studios. And here you can also get to test games and get feedback and earn rewards by doing it. So this is one where there are quite a bit more opportunities, but again, sometimes it can take patience. But if you are active enough, you can see you can earn rewards here that can then go into virtual Visa or MasterCard in multiple currencies, or even submit a payment directly into your bank account. You can see they have different types of vouchers here you can earn. So it can take some patience, but it gives quite a decent number of opportunities. So I have now showed you quite a few different ways to find game testing jobs. Some of them are full-time positions, some of them are quite consistent, some of them are just small extra methods. Some of these smaller methods that might just give a little bit here and there, or maybe even sometimes unpaid, that gives you just a reward and not actually cash. It can still be a way to get experience, so you can get some of the higher paying jobs or more consistent work as a freelancer, or even a full-time position if that's what you're going for, because then you have something to put on your resume if you are starting from scratch. But exactly how much you can earn will of course always depend on the exact job, your skills also, what skills are required for it, and all these different things, because especially when you're applying for the actual jobs, it will always be something you can negotiate. But typically the actual jobs that we also talked about here, they can give anywhere from $15 to $30 per hour. It can sometimes be higher if you have more experience and more skills are required. So that is kind of in that range you should expect. And many of you have been asking for more information about places to find this type of jobs, and these are some examples of it, and also more information about what you can expect. So then you can go out there and try yourself, and I would love to hear your experiences below if you do this or if you already have. So please feel free to share that in the comments. And if you're interested in general in side hustles you can do for some extra money, I do have a list on my website also of all types of different side hustles you can do, even if you're not interested in playing games, or if you want to do other things also. So I'll leave a link to that below. And if you're interested in just playing some games on a phone and earn a bit extra here and there, then I also do have a list of the best get paid to play apps and websites on my website. You will not earn as much as you can on most of these, but it's easy to get started with also. So I'll leave a link to that below so you can check that out depending on your preferences. But no matter what, I hope this video helped you, and if it did, please make sure to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I'll release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.